We are bringing it here today for you with our humans list, tribal list, however, this time in rainbow. That's right. Thank you, Pier Francesco, as always, for sharing your list with us. I'm excited to break it down in today's episode, where it's a standard best of 3 list. We will play best of 1 and best of 3 with your Mythic list, as we always do. Now, if you got a question or if you got a comment out there, do let me know, and feel free to swing by the Discord server. We do have the timestamps available to you down below as we break this thing down and go play those competitive Magic. So let's go ahead and check this list out here. Again, like I said, it's by our friend Pier Francesco. We've shared several of his lists before on this, and he always ats me, so I'm always excited to see what he has going on. And with this one in particular, it is something different in the humans in terms of that tribal form and creature type. So a couple of key things that you'll see here in the main board, there is not the blue. You get access to the blue or the island in the sideboard here with Denick, so keep that in mind as you kind of play between that best of 1 and best of 3. However, a couple of key things with this one that's really nice, again, in terms of Ixalan and Ixalan pickups, we do have Warden of the Inner Sky. So again, this has been a favorite and a flavor here of Ixalan, or the Lost Caverns of Ixalan here in terms of the humans list. And then additionally, we do get, again, that continued access to Cavern of Souls, this thing allowing us to cast humans and not make them countered, which is really big. And as you can see, everything here in the main board is a creature, and it's going to play off that creature type. Going and splashing for black, we do take advantage of the one-off here in Tenacious Underdog and Gyrina here, or Girina. I probably destroyed that. However, this Dauntless General here, when it enters the battlefield, you can get rid of a player's graveyard, which is big, so that helps against that mono red list and other things that are flashing back from the graveyard. And then you can sacrifice this, and humans you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Going to help with some of the board wipes, not all of them. Obviously the exile is still going to wipe your board, but this gives you good access to play around. And then here we still have access with Catilda, protection from werewolves, and human creatures we have can add 1 mana this creature's colors, and for 6 put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and then Halana and Alina at the top end. So very powerful, playing off the core white mechanics, but then splashing in here for a lot of value in terms of getting access to broader humans within the set list and what we have available to play for us. Now, the real strategy around this is put the pressure on your opponents, go fast. It pivots really into a mid-range list, but also aggro, because the big power here is really at that 3-drop slot, 4-drop as well. However, we get lots and lots of value here in the early game. You want to make sure that you're curving out as best that you can as well. So that's the strategy objective of this one. Let's go ahead and talk about our boarding. We're going to line up against aggro, mid-range, and late game. So things against aggro, this list should line up fairly well. However, you could consider Destroy Evil. You can also consider Get Lost in terms of getting rid of some of your opponents there. You may want to think about Extraction Specialist just for the lifelink and pull stuff back in. Even going with Graveyard Trespasser, giving you a little bit more of a mid-rangey flavor. Similar with Anointed Peacekeeper, you can slow your opponents down. Dauntless Dismantler here, not going to need it. Well, you could play this because you could take the advantage of that 1/4 as well. Getting access to that isn't terrible. So lots of different things, Denick as well, that you can pull in here if you want to move it up and kind of actually create a dichotomy in your list. Really focusing on, again, low value and splashing in some of that higher value by pulling down here at the 4-drop slot, or going the other way, like I said, and kind of creating that split depending on how your play style is and what you're playing. Now, in the mid-range, you are going to want to line up with Get Lost, Destroy Evil, probably Graveyard Trespasser, or some of these bigger things. That's going to give you a little bit better play, because we're heavy on the creature side. And then additionally, Dauntless Dismantler, if you do run into, again, artifact lists, those kinds of things that might slow you down. as well. That can be one to think about. And you can run into that if you caught my my artifact mono blue list as an example. So late game here, you're really going to want to go under. You may want to consider, again, adding in the Anointed Peacekeepers to slow your opponent down. That's going to be a big one. Additionally, Extraction Specialist, pull something back. Graveyard Trespasser if you need to get something out of their graveyard as well. But we do have a lot of go under power here with this list, so just play around with those things depending on what you're hitting. You may want the Destroy Evils if they're running enchantments like the domain stuff, so you don't get totally locked in or locked out, as an example, against some of the control stuff. So that's really the strategy objective of our Rainbow Humans list here. Let's go ahead and play that competitive Magic. Again, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know. I love to hear from you as always. Let's go find that match. We are going to go play here best of one first, so we won't have access to the blue. Something to consider there in best of one, that life gain can be very beneficial to you, as an example, particularly against mono red, and when that is a large portion of the meta for you right now. However, we're going to play it as it is. All right, Pierre, let's see. We'll keep this. We get access to a lot of good stuff here. We can go human. We'll play that one and play this here. Nothing in there for now. We're gonna let that go, because I want to keep this thing. We do need one more land to get this in. We'll take the hit. Now, ideally, we can get this in. We'll see. Now, this is more of a mono white control list, so we got to be a little bit careful there. Now, they will most likely have something they can use to wipe. Let's see. Grab the creature. Ooh, there we go. Still not exactly what we need yet. We'll just keep making everything bigger where we can. Oh, it's gonna be close. One more on this for the flash in would be nice. We'll see what happens here though. All right, it's gonna be very, very close. That does not help, but let's go all the way in. We're gonna kick this off and take Archetype out. Architect. Take that off the board. Get rid of the blocker and hopefully give us enough damage to get through. We'll see. And that, my friends, is our Rainbow Humans in best of one. Nice, 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 nice. Worked out well. Interesting mono white list that our opponent was playing, something a little bit different there. However, we were able to line up fairly well. That is a nice take there for us. Let's go ahead and play our best of three. Here we go. As always, great way to support the channel down below. Thank you for that. We got merch and swag and all kinds of stuff there for you to check out. Thank you to all the members as well. All right, Let's see what we're gonna hit here in this nice best of 3 matchup as we get into it here. And we got Vic Vinegar. Human, 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 human. Opponents first. I'll stick with this though for now. Ooh, here we go. Human. Human, human. 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 Ooh, there we go. There we go. We'll play this. Get this one in first. We'll get that damage in. Maybe this one next. We'll see. See what our opponent plays. That hurts. That hurts. Are they going to crew it? They will. I can live with that. And let's get this one in for now. Now again, Hopeful Initiate will absolutely wreck them where we need to wreck them. Oh, there we go, a land. Let's see what our friends are gonna do here. Now, a couple things we can do here, if we would like. And we have this as well. Get rid of that. Now, depending on what we want to do, we can swing in with everything here. They have to block Ixalan. We are good. We are good. Very, very, very solid for us. Get Lost could be something we could use. Destroy Evil. Destroy creature with toughness or greater. This is a good one for us to have. This also works. Artifacts your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. We can destroy each artifact with mana value or less with this. So that can be a nice one as well. This guy gives us the ability to keep our opponent in check. We're going to drop these two. Thalia we can keep in here. And we'll keep these. We'll play with this one for now. And then play back around if we need to. Just trying to think if I want to throw in something else here. Let's go with this. That worked out fine for us the first match. Vic Vinegar. Match. Lineup 2. Let's see what we get here. I will keep this. Oop, legendary. Misplay on my end. That's okay. That might be a counter. There it is. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. There's the Subterranean. Now, not great. Because we can't hit legendary only. Oh, we could play this. There we go. Not looking good for us on the mana, at least for right now, which is too bad. It's really too bad. Oof. Oh, still not looking great. There we go. Now we got 2 mana here again. We can do 2 things. Let's do this. We'll take the 1, and then we'll do this. And we'll keep that. So now the good news is we have quite a bit that we can get in here. We'll see what our opponent does. Now again, don't forget we got the 2 hopeful initiates, and we can use the Warden of the Sky essentially to take the Subterranean Schooner off, which is what I'm going to do. Now they have pretty much lethal in the air here, which is a little bit of a problem for us. Gotta think about how we're gonna do this. So we can swing in, they'll have plenty on the air. That's too expensive for us. I think we're in trouble. Well, actually, maybe not. Because this is still good for us there. There we go. Now, it does have Vigilance Haste as well. Now we'll sit on it. We gotta make sure that we block the flyer, is the key here. There we go. If they got 2 kill spells, we're in trouble. Swing with both. Let's see what they hit. Ooh, they split it. Do they have 2 that they can pitch? Ooh, we can block here. Keep our guy alive. Good pick. Good pick. So we can add, make that bigger. We don't have enough flyers though, which is the problem. We're gonna have to swing in with everything possible here. Almost lethal. Not quite enough, though. Oh. So good on their end. So good. Oh, just right about there. If we maybe would have timed that again on that, maybe at the beginning of this play, we maybe would have got two more damage in. You never know. All right. Let's go for it again. This time, I think we stick to what we have. I'm going to drop the Tenacious. I'm actually going to go with Get Lost in there. Let's Let's do that. There we go. All right, we're on the play. This time, curve out, baby. Let's go. What do we have here? We will play first. Not quite as good as I would like, but we'll keep it. Human. Two or fewer. Let's stick with this for now. They'll take Halana. But we also have a Django there. Here we go. Right. So we still have a Django and Destroy Evil. Take the bat off. There we are. Probably got a counter. They're gonna sit on it. That's my guess. There it is. Probably had a counter, like I said. Good play. Slows us down just slightly. They get the Destroy Evil out of our hand. Ooh, there you go. Not good. Not good. Not looking good. That's a problem. Good for Vic here. Super unfortunate. Now the bat's gonna get bigger. And they're gonna get plenty of access here. Oh, and we get flooded. And we get flooded. Not what we needed. Not what we needed, my friends. Painful. That is 3 lands, all lands in a row. Painful. That's alright. It's magic. It's what happens all the time. And they're gonna totally load up and get everything they need against us now with this Esper list. One more. One more. Let's see. Play it to the end. Ooh, here we go. Our opponent, Vic. Good game, my friend. Unfortunately, we drew out a lot of lands. The one thing we could have done differently there is if I would have held back on my Halana and anticipated a counterspell, we could have tried to play around some of that stuff there, which would have made it a little bit different. However, that is how it goes, as always, in our game, Magic the Gathering. Boom, board white. Just kidding. All right. There we go. That is today's episode here for you. Unfortunate not to take that one home at the end, but that is, like I say, magic. All right, let's go ahead and close out for today. As always, we had a lot of fun with this particular list. Again, 5 color humans here, pulling it back together, our rainbow list, and that tribal, like we talked about, for best of 1 and best of 3, how you're going to pivot, how you get access to blue, those kinds of things worked really well for us in best of 1, almost had it in best of 3. We did talk through a couple of those plays that we could have done a little bit differently that may have changed the match. However, that is how it goes. With that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I appreciate you tuning in today. Again, if you got a question or comment, let me know, because I'd love to hear from you as always, and feel free to join us in the Discord server and say hello. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate the likes and the subs as we grow this community here on Magic the Gathering. On top of that, shout out to our friend Pierre Francesco for sharing the list as always and tagging me. And additionally, I just want to say thank you to all the members. I appreciate your support, and thank you. Great ways to support the channel are affiliate links down below and other great ways to stay connected and in the know. With that, we got a ton of great Magic the Gathering content here on the channel and more coming your way all the time. With that, we'll see you out there soon. May your rainbow humans list, 5 color humans, crush your opponent and do well for you. Take care.